Welcome to another exciting edition of Are You Garbage? The show where you find out if your favorite comedians are classy individuals or absolute trash. Now, here are your hosts, Kevin Ryan and H. Foley.
Hey, everybody out there, and welcome back to everybody's favorite new podcast. This is Are You Garbage? It's that little show we sit down with your favorite comedians and we find out if they grow to be classy or if they're just a big old fucking piece of fucking shit scumbag motherfucker.
Fucking Patreon.
That's right. That's why we can say that, because it's a bony.
Too many F-bombs. I'm unsubscribing.
What?
Sorry?
Too many bombs. I'm unsubscribing.
Some old broad commented that
Oh,
on
I
the
did
YouTube.
see that. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
did she?
Yeah. Too many F-bombs for me.
I'm
Okay, I
out.
didn't ask you to come, dumb broad. Hit the fucking bricks.
Take a walk, honey. We're working here.
Yeah.
Gang, I'm your host, H. Foley, coming at you on a beautiful day. We're down here at Aunt Tootie's basement. She's fucking running amok. She's driving us crazy. Talk about success going to her head. This fucking broad is everywhere.
Uh-huh.
She's telling me now
What's that?
that they're trying to get her to be the lead float in the Wildwood 4th of July parade.
Really?
But you got to come.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
She's using them to get the.
You know what she's like? She's like the mom that's working with the one college to get her kid to go to that college. He's like the number 1 draft pick,
Yeah.
number 2, 3 draft pick, whatever. And she's fucking trying to work her little deal.
Yeah.
So
4th of July. I don't even know if I'm gonna be in town.
She's got to cool it with
busy.
that shit. I mean, I'll be down a Wildwood. I said yes.
Yeah, you're gonna be there. You're the float.
She's got a couple of friends.
Come
down
on,
there.
T-Bone. I need that. He's gonna ice me again.
Uh-oh, let's start that shit up. We've been icing each other left and right.
Man.
Gang, my co-host is coming at you from across the table. It's just us today. We're going to have a really fun time. He's the CEO of Are You Garbage?
Yeah.
The chairman of the board.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah. I just saw some of my questions that are really funny. I forgot about.
He's the chairman of the board. He's an international businessman. He's my fucking boss. So do me a favor. Make me look good in a comment or two. Tell him what a great job Uncle Hank's doing. Kevin James Ryan, everybody.
Hey, gang. Thanks for tuning in. Fucking love you. Shout out to the motherfucking Patreon.
Oh,
This is the real fucking squad.
Don't think for 1 second we don't listen. We know.
iTunes,
We
cool.
love
YouTube, cool. Patreon. I mean, what are we doing here, baby? This is the fucking juice, you know? This is the
is
real
it.
feel. When they ask the temperature and they're like, it's 32, give me the real feel.
Yeah.
That's the Patreons.
Let's go to Kippy out on the street and find out what the real feel is.
My hair's blown away.
It's freezing.
My toupee's gone.
Gang, our producer extraordinaire is in the building. He just destroyed the bathroom here at
I
Tootie's
would
headquarters.
presume. You were gone for 14 minutes.
He pulled it. He T-boned the bathroom.
And
as
it's
they
also
call
the
it.
bathrooms here. You got to stick and move. They're not comfy. They look like they're from the
You
movie
were in there
Saw.
way too long.
Yeah, it's like you can see through the cracks. It's like an outhouse kind of.
Yeah, probably used to that, you hillbilly.
Ba-da-ding-ding-ding-ding.
Down there in North Carolina, huh? Probably didn't take a piss inside till you were in your 30s.
He kept doing that down there too. We're in Raleigh. Oh, I'm from Raleigh. Oh no shit! I grew up next to Lake Johnson over there in the fucking
I
off
don't
the
think
freeway.
he is. He didn't know. You didn't know what was where and where to go or what to do.
I'm not from Raleigh. I'm from Charlotte.
It's just Pennsylvania. I can get you anywhere.
Okay, let's go down to Pittsburgh. Where are we eating?
We're gonna go to the original O's and get a fucking sandwich with French fries on it. What else, wise ass? Huh? I'll get you a fucking Nick bag of Coke halfway down the turnpike. I'll have it waiting there for us at the toll booth.
Sorry, I'm a learned man who's traveled.
Yeah,
I spent
Apparently
my whole
not.
life. I spent the first like 10, 13 years there.
yeah. I don't know. You shouldn't. You seemed a little out of. You seemed like a guy.
No accent. Suspect.
Well, I don't think there's.
What,
a,
did it seem like a guy who hadn't been there in 15 years?
He did have a
point.
sweet tea.
Guy's
which
got a
was
good
all right.
point.
I was glad you knew about that. If you were like, "What sweet tea?" I think I would have killed you right there on the spot before he slit our throats in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I'll find out who you're working for.
Oh, man.
This is another classic H. Foley intro. You know, I was listening to the episode we did with Mr. KFC yesterday,
Yeah.
right? I had a little bit of a rocky start on the ep, not gonna lie.
Sure.
And I was like, man, I really kind of fucking came in hot, tried to save it. Maybe
Yeah.
worked, maybe didn't, whatever.
I thought it was great.
And except this, and later in the episode, Foley goes, man, you were really nervous in front of KFC. And I was like, what? I don't feel like I was. I don't get nervous for the guests. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And so I listened back to the episode, and Foley's intro for me is "Give it up for T-Bone McMuffin." Man, you really look at me with such disdain when I'm speaking to you.
He does. He just did it to me.
Threw a fucking tomahawk of bullshit at me, and then I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I start going, and he's like, "Man, slow down, T-Bone. What the fuck's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Like, you just called me a cunt in 5 seconds.
Dude, that's a classic H. Foley thing. He always creates division between him. And he does it especially with me in intros where I had to be like, no, redo that because that's insane. Like, he just did it here. Like, hey, guys, this is my boss. Help me out. You separate both of us. So, like, we're this different entity, and you need help. I'm the big bad Kippy that's going to come and yell at you.
I don't even realize I'm doing it.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Am I that crazy?
You so are. It's
because
nuts.
the guy who's not crazy is the guy who's like, I think I'm going crazy. That's the guy who isn't crazy.
Oh, no, dude, you're crazy.
So I'm real crazy.
Everything slights you. Even do it when we go out to lunch.
Sweet. Well, I'm done.
I'm smiling at you, being like, "All right, about to throw me the ball. Here we go." And you look at me with such disdain.
I'm just calling it how I see him. You're giving me a thing.
I know, but also at what point are you going, hey, we got to keep up appearances, KFC's here. Why would you, hey, you're against me now. He's immediately on the defensive instead of going, I was about to say, hey, happy to be here on the show. Now he's going, what the fuck? I'm looking at you with disdain.
I thought that intro was fantastic. I thought what you did was fantastic. The tags we had for it were fantastic.
The classic H. Foley
it was all
backpedal.
great.
Here we go.
I thought it was great. And you know I love you. Come on.
Sure, but this gets back to you do this without knowingly you do it.
Foley moves his fastest in reverse.
Yeah. Our old friend called him a tap dancing hippo one time.
Who did?
Siobhan. Tap dancing hippo. And I was like, dude, it's constant. It's like, it's not microaggressions. Microaggressions are bullshit, whatever, but it's like, you've become such a good fucking elastic Jedi with like nags and like turning. It's bananas. It really is bananas to go like, you're like, oh, hey, how you doing? And you're like, are we fighting? Wait, oh no, he's the victim. I'm the bad guy. You're the bad guy. I'm the victim. Dude, it's fucking, it's a whirlwind. It's a whirlwind of what the fuck is going on.
Well, I didn't mean anything like that with you, T-Bone. I was purely joking around and truly doing it for content for the show, for fun stuff.
Oh, I know. I'm not like offended by it, but
now he wants you to apologize to him right now.
I do believe you're from North Carolina.
Oh, thank fuck.
And I also believe that you destroyed the bathroom.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's...
Don't blame me because you dropped Deuce in there.
The neighbors are upset.
Oh, I had a Thai curry that came back screaming.
Thai curry.
Not a big pad Thai guy. Can I say
not
that?
Not a Thai guy. I'm not a Thai guy at all.
I like a Thai tea.
No.
And they do fried ice. Their desserts are fantastic. I like everything in a Thai restaurant except for the pad Thai itself. Not a fan. Think it's garbage.
Is that the peanut-based one?
It's the fucking noodles that they do with chicken or whatever. It's
I
good.
try. I gave.
I'm a big peanut sauce guy. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, peanut sauce. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? That's all right.
Dip anything in that.
But I mean, as a whole, I just don't do it for me. I try. I just don't do it.
What about a pad CU?
Who?
A pad CU. If you don't like the pad Thai, maybe try the pad CU.
What's pad CU? I don't think I've had that.
Big fat noodles.
For a big fat guy.
Big fat noodles for a big fat guy.
Hey, give me the fattest noodles you got, please.
Gang, this is a bonus episode.
This is a special one we got here. This is a fun one. I'm excited.
We like to switch it up. We like to keep you guessing.
Keep you on
your toes.
Fucking toes there.
Keep you entertained. We're making an effort here. We're trying to have the best Patreon possible. The most content, the best Patreon out there. What you just walked into is the Are You Garbage Writers Room.
Oh, yeah.
Right here. We're going to flesh out some ideas.
Sure, because, all right, so for the listener, we don't know the questions we're going to ask. You know, like when we have a new guest come in, I have my list of, 10 to 20 questions, whatever.
Yes, that's correct.
You have your own, and we don't write them together.
No.
So, like, his are a surprise to me, mine are a surprise to him.
No.
And
yes.
Not every question works for every guest,
no.
Right? Like, you have to go, so I have, a list from when we started this over a year ago of every question I've ever thought of or I've ever asked, and then, I'll go through and be like, oh, this would be good for Ari, or this would be good for...
But you can't ask Ari, hey, has any member of your family ever gotten drunk at a communion?
Yeah.
Which he wouldn't be at a communion.
Because he's the chosen guy.
He's a chosen one.
So
he would be at a bat mitzvah or a bar mitzvah.
Wait, Ari's a Highlander?
He can walk in both worlds. There can only be one.
Which is funny because we discussed that on the new episode that is either out now
Mr.
or
Ari Shafir.
No,
it's going to be out.
It's going to be out.
It's going to be
It's
out.
going to be out in a couple of days. So it's just like we have this running list, and sometimes like you go back and you're like, I have some that I don't know when I'm going to get to this. You know what I mean? Like some just sit for a while.
Some sit
because it's just like there's no real like I have some I've been just waiting for Burr that I'm like I'm saving this.
I have a
for
page,
Burr. I'm saving this for Dylan.
I have a page for Dylan.
Yeah, it's like
to find out what
I don't want to, and I don't want to spoil it on someone else.
Don't spoil it on some bozo.
Yeah. So we're gonna chop it up a little and come up with ones and go over ones that we've each have individually.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just to kick things off, a lot of my stuff and a lot of my, wouldn't say I have anxiety about it, but like, remember when I asked about my mom with the corn?
Yes.
Remember when we talked about that? She's really starting to do shit that I'm like, holy fuck.
She's slipping a bit.
She's slipping.
Well, I think I even
my
said
mom's straight up fallen.
Can't get up. Shout out to DMX.
Cuddy Stark will do that to you. I'm kidding. She's a good girl.
Couple bottles of white zinni will take your knees out.
No. That's not why I laughed. It's because that's the second time you
said this broad on a lazy Susan.
You said it's Cuddy Sark, and you say Cuddy Stark like it's Iron Man.
Is it not Stark?
No, it's Cuddy Sark.
Are you Sark?
Whatever it is, it fucks you up. I'll tell you that right.
Take the paint off your car. Cuddy Sark. It is Cuddy Sark.
The biggest thing, I don't know if your mom does this.
Iced.
Okay. And Toby, I don't know if your mom does
No
this.
more icing from here on out. That we can't. That's like, okay, no more icing.
Ice.
I
No,
don't know, man. I kind of like it.
We've done it. We've done that whole last episode with
Gang,
icing.
comment. Do you like the icing or not? If you don't like the icing,
Ice us. Yeah.
we're icing you.
Foley loves icing.
Oh, big fan.
Cream cheese.
Buttercream. The one great thing she makes is chocolate cake with buttercream icing.
Buddy, stay on topic.
We're on topic. I'm talking about this ditzy broad I got down there in fucking Bluebell.
And got distracted by frosting.
Slipping a little bit. First off, she's walking around with this thermos all day. With the, what are they? The fucking, what are they called?
Mugs.
Yak.
Oh, Yeti.
Woof. Yeah, Yeti. Woof. That's a dog's bowl.
How in touch or out of touch are you? You know like 6 things, and you lay on those six things hard. And when you do find out a new thing, you throw it into every conversation.
Paper in the room is my new thing.
I know, yeah.
Nobody papers the rooms.
Nobody papers the rooms on AYG.
That's right. We bought it for. We bought her and my dad one. You want to promote them drinking more water and all that stuff. Dude, she walks around this thing all fucking day. It's just.
I know them. They got like
massive.
the rubber or plastic trim too.
Yeah,
it's probably pink or teal or something.
It's fucking brutal, man.
Yeah.
And she's got her metal bent straw, just walking around, slurping this thing out of the side of her mouth. I want to throw it out. It's fucking trash.
I mean,
she takes it everywhere. Church. Into the grocery store.
You're bringing that water bottle to church,
dude. She literally she's walking around with it.
Dude, there was a guy made in North Carolina when I was growing up. He's the mailman. But you guys remember mailmen who or newspaper delivery guys who would sit in the opposite seat of the steering wheel? Do you ever see that?
Well, all mail trucks are on the other side.
I'm talking about people who would deliver the paper and would sit in the passenger seat but operate the car on the driver's side.
Oh, no.
What?
You never saw that?
No.
Maybe you are from North Carolina. This is checking out.
Who the what? So they can throw it out the right side?
I guess so.
That's illegal. You can't do. Who do you?
They're hillbillies. What do you want from these people? You're lucky they hear the reading.
How could you reach?
You got a bench seat Buick. You make it work.
Now, I remember the fat slob that put me out of fucking the paperboy business. Because it was all bikes back in the day when I was a kid in the 80s. We used to sell the Times Herald, strong publication in my area. And then some fat fucking slob like my age now and body type.
Sure. Man, it took me a lot to not make
and that's
a
growth.
Fat joke there. And I'm trying to grow.
And that's growth. We're trying to elevate the comedy here. My left hand's itching. That means we're going to come into a little bit of cash.
What?
So, my left palm's itching.
Or it's a stroke. And I'm back.
Either way, I got some pain pills coming to me. And he started doing that. And I mean, he wouldn't be on that side, but he would like lean out and throw. And we couldn't compete with this guy. He had a fucking car. And literally put us all out of business.
Well, this fucking monster truck hillbilly would sitting in the wrong seat, operating the car like one-handed, one-footed on the other side.
I kind of get that.
with a jumbo. I'm talking like Circle K. Remember the Circle K, like almost like a portable cooler.
Sure, I
the
know
thermos.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
big, like
that's what we're talking
64 ounce or whatever.
Yeah, with the bendy straw.
Yeah.
Just chock full of fucking sweet tea.
Those bendy straws, you really got to clean them.
Oh,
They're
otherwise,
like CPAP machines.
Yeah.
They get
yeah.
funky.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
get funky. Now listen, I'll even give that guy more credit. Unless you're a fucking roofer, construction, you're fucking working on pipes, you're out all day. There's who those 7-Eleven fucking monster gulps are for.
No,
Not for
nobody's
fucking
drinking.
Patty walking around.
I mean, yeah, well, she's a ditzy broad. What do you want from me?
So that's one of my questions. I would like that to be.
Does your mom drink a big thermos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why it's the writer's room.
Oh man, I got okay.
What do you got?
Have you ever played basketball on the grass?
What the fuck? No.
We have.
Why?
Well, shout out to my Aunt Patty. My Aunt Patty's old.
Well, we wanted to play tackle, so
No, my Aunt Patty's old shore house. They had a big backyard in Sea Isle, the house you've been to.
Yes, I've
But
been there.
But it was.
I was there once when you weren't there.
It was when it was old, so it was just like now it's like one of those like duplexes or whatever, like
Right.
that big down the shore houses. But this was just like a single house on like a big plot of land, like for the shore, a big plot of land, like a plot of land that had a backyard. And there was a basketball, like kind of a makeshift basketball net. It was like something you would see like in Amish country a little bit. And we would play on the grass to the point where the grass was like dead.
Yeah.
And you were just, but basketball. We were playing basketball.
Was it sandy? Was it like hard sand?
It not sand.
Because I could see you getting away with it.
It
down
was
there.
grass to begin with. I'm not
Now, who put the basketball net there?
probably my uncle or
There
whatever.
was no concrete. He put it up on grass.
on grass.
This isn't tennis, buddy.
I
What
know.
the fuck?
This is what I'm saying.
there were no dots on that basketball. There was no grip.
Oh yeah, no, it was, and it was like chalky. You could feel it on your fingers.
Oh, it's the worst.
Yeah.
How about when one of the leather things are peeled off and it's just like a strip of black?
Oh yeah.
It's like an orange.
yeah,
Fucking-
yeah. Yeah.
I hated those. Did you ever get the Harlem Globetrotters basketball when you were a kid?
No, but that was one of my questions. Have you ever been to the Harlem Globetrotters? Because if you have, I hate to break it to you,
Oh.
you're trash.
Yeah.
You're up in the middle of some fucking 7-footer spinning it on your finger.
I always think about the Simpsons.
You got boogers on your finger while the guy's trying to spin the basketball.
Homer like lost the mortgage money betting on the Globetrotters.
He's taking the
I thought the
Mavericks.
Generals were due.
Yeah.
And that was when I realized that, oh my God, the Globetrotters always win.
I had no idea until like later on.
Yeah.
Well, they would always run the commercials with the do 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 do, like the song, the whistle song.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
remember being like, that was before you could look up anything. Like,
that in the
that
circus.
was the 90s.
They'd
Yeah.
catch you on after-school cartoons. They'd whack you over that with a couple of Globetrotter spots, and Ringling Brother was coming to town.
Yeah.
And you had to be
we
there.
didn't do that. Was a no-fly zone in the Ryan
Oh,
household.
we never.
My
got to
dad be
go.
like, "You think we're gonna pay for something that we saw on TV?" Nah, I know a guy. Like we'd rather he'd take us down to the playground and watch like grown men play before we went to the Globetrotters.
My uncle took us to a circus once, but my parents no, and I knew it the second I walked in there. It was a mistake.
I think I was just always skeptical. We had that. I go
Trash.
like, I'm not. It was like the car show, like stuff like that. We just didn't. I'm like, whatever. Like, it didn't make sense. Anything that they were, any event that they were really pushing for the months leading up to it was not a Ryan thing.
You guys didn't go to the circus?
They could not exist as far as I'm concerned. Like as far as I know, they could just be all fake or in movies. I don't even circus.
Well, Kippy, allow me to bring the circus to you. I can juggle. I can do the rolling globe. I can fucking.
What's the rolling globe?
I can ride a unicycle.
Dude,
You can?
Oh yeah.
Ugh. That makes me
dude, I am
sick.
so mad right now.
That's so gross.
What's the running globe?
The rolling globe. It's like that giant.
Don't correct me. It's whatever the fuck it is, you jerk off. You mean the running globe? The rolling globe? Fucking
You
asshole.
charlatan?
Yeah, what
Going
the
to different
fuck?
towns and guessing people's age?
Fucking hillbilly. Oh,
You
my.
ride a unicycle?
I can, yeah.
Oh, that is trash.
I'm gonna make it out of this town one way or another.
Let me tell you something. One of your bozo friends shows up to Zany's riding a unicycle.
With a fucking bag full of bowling pins. I'm fucking hitting them over the head. Dude, if you and any of your corny boys roll up to fucking Zany's Chicago.
Some kid wiping off his clown makeup. I'll be ready in 2 minutes.
Yeah, no, he goes out, he's still got his nose on. Ah, fuck, how you doing? Hey, Giggles, hit the bricks, will ya? We've talked about it, but Giggles the clown was my kid that I grew up with, Paul, P Unit.
His mom.
His
right?
mom was Giggles. It's a tough one, dude. It's a fucking neighborhood clown. Talk about. Wait, how did you learn all this, dude? You're trash. And what age?
So
That's
I assume,
important. What age?
Have you ever been to a circus?
But hold on. My question first. What's the rolling globe?
Okay, the rolling globe is it's like a giant ball that you stand on. It's in like cartoons and shit. They
So
always
you're
put
a
an
seal, is what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You playing the sax too?
So what do you just know how to stand on a ball and like walk it?
Yeah, natural talent at that. Took instantaneous. Took to it like a fish to water. Just
Listen, do me a favor.
Oh my God.
Don't use words like natural talent.
When it comes
Okay.
to standing on a soccer
Yeah,
ball.
as it comes to like birth defect. That's kind of the word you're looking for.
Yeah, you probably have webbed toes too,
Bone
don't you?
deficiency, web toes.
I don't have web toes.
Oh, yeah, you got big
those.
ones.
I got the extendo John.
That's
Oh,
why
that's-
your
oh
balance
my
is so
God.
good.
That's right.
He's got like
Folks,
10 different feet down there.
You gotta see him. His toes are as long as my fingers. I shit you not.
He's like a centipede.
I learned to ride the unicycle when I was 14.
Wait, at home or did
How
you go
did you
to
have time
class?
to do that? Being the captain of the football team.
Yeah.
My God.
What did the AV club do in your absence?
Yeah, but Toby, where'd you find all the time when you were drowning in pussy to fucking learn how to fucking ride a unicycle? Oh my God. Who got you one? Probably your screwball old man.
Never owned one.
Oh, that's even worse, dude. That's even worse. Hey, can I borrow your unicycle? My mom said I can't have one. Dude.
Or were you renting?
Nah,
Leasing?
the homie.
Oh.
The homie had a unicycle.
Yeah. This chick in my high school had a unicycle, and she would just leave it around. And I was like, "Can I try that?" And I fucking taught myself how to ride it.
And you can juggle. What can you juggle? Can you do like
Anything.
Not a haircut in the shower, apparently.
Yeah, right?
No, we don't need you to. What is this, the 8th Rothstein show? We don't need you to start.
Dude, I was ready. Give
I bet you are.
me any 3 items in this room. I'll juggle them right now.
Oh, man.
Dude, that is a tough.
I tell you what.
Where I come from, that's what we call a tough.
How about your house keys in your bag? Juggle them on the way up the door.
Why don't you juggle me your set of fucking studio keys? Because you ain't coming back.
Holy shit. Were you a circus kid growing up?
Nah. I knew how to ride the unicycle, and then I went to acting school for 1 semester before I promptly got kicked out. And in the second year there,
For being too cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
Taking my chainsaws and leaving.
So I lit the teacher's hair on fire.
So what? I saw through my assistant.
I did get kicked out for having a bunch of fun.
One too many.
Keep it moving. I just H-Foleyed that thing.
Laugh it up for the boss, Toby, quick. This guy's a killer, isn't he? By the way, I got the Venmo, thank you.
I got kicked out of school for having a bunch of weed and fireworks in the dorms.
Oh, man. This guy.
Out of your boarding school.
No, college.
Out of clown college. So this is a no smoking party.
There wasn't enough people in his dorm room. What? Come on, that was fucking gold.
Wait, because like the clown cars?
Yeah, 'cause
okay,
of the
I
clown
didn't get it
cars.
at first.
Holy
I went
shit.
dorm room. You would have said car. I would have laughed right away.
That's a 2%er.
No, run that back.
2%er.
Give me the
2% of the audience is dying.
Yeah.
give me the
Everyone else is
review
full
on
of
that.
fuck.
Yeah,
Wait, that's what you get
let me
kicked-
check page 6.
You got kicked out of college for fireworks?
And weed. And getting C's.
Who gets kicked out of college?
I mean, what's it? Well,
Lots of
look at him. What else is he going to get kicked out of college for?
For fireworks. What'd you have? Like professional grade?
Couple snakes of sparklers.
2 cherry bombs and a lucky?
Couple of Roman candles. Man, that Toby. God damn, you're fucking.
Trash.
That annoys me. Like that proper. Our friendship is forever changed.
Juggles.
And I'm using for our relationship. I don't know if we can be considered friends anymore. I can't have friends that know how to do the walking globe or whatever you call it.
It's a rolling globe.
Can you ride that big bike with the one big wheel and the one little wheel?
A penny farthing? Here's the thing.
That's what they're called, yeah.
Here's
penny
the thing, Foley. I never have. I guarantee you I can.
I'll be bunny hopping on that thing in no time. Couple of endos.
Throw some pegs on that thing. Get the big man up front.
I am bad at most things and weirdly good at a handful of things.
Interesting. Being cool, not one of them.
Yeah.
Juggler.
Cooler than you are.
Fair enough.
He is.
I'm
What else? You got?
Holy shit, I am.
I mean, that's not saying much.
wearing a polka dot shirt that may or may not have stains on it.
Yeah.
So I got
There's blood or sauce on the white T-shirt you got on.
No,
too.
they're little lobsters. Got it.
Up here,
Yeah.
even on the neck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Take a walk, Denim Dan. Anywho, went to one circus, hated it, never went back. How am I supposed to eat cotton candy when it literally smells like shit?
Oh yeah.
Like a fucking tiger just took a dump 3 feet away from me.
Dude, we're looking at there's a pet store in our neighborhood, and we're looking at puppies, and like we're looking through the glass, and there's this fucking one that like, for some reason it's weird. They clicked, and I go, oh, that's the one out of the lot of fucking 15 here. That's the one. And my wife Nadine's like, let's go in and take a look. Dude, I touched the handle, and it smelled like a Doberman's asshole. Like, dude, it was fucking brutal. And I was in there, and I'm like, and the guy's like, yeah, so what are you looking for? I'm like, a fucking gas mask, asshole. Let's fucking go. Open a window, will you?
That's not a good sign either. And you shouldn't buy them from those are puppy mills. Shouldn't buy them from pet stores.
Oh, shut
And
up.
they're in there in terrible.
Where do I get it?
I don't fucking know. A farm, a breeder.
Yeah, it's all the same thing. My neighbor too, she watched. I'm like, oh, we're thinking about getting a puppy. She's like, well, you better adopt. If you don't, I'm not gonna. I'm like, I'm just gonna get a puppy and tell everybody I adopted it. That's what I'm gonna do. Also, I looked at the puppies. It's all fucking. They're like you can. They're like, here, go to this acc.net or whatever. I went to that. It's all fucking. All the dogs up for adoption or just look like they serve nickels. These things all fucking missing ears. They got their tatted up. I'm like, I ain't bringing this fucking convict into my house. Get the fuck out of here.
He comes with the collar and a butterfly knife.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's a tough look,
dude. There's
man.
not even a cute one. They're all legit scary.
You got one no eye. You're like, whoa.
It's like America's Most Wanted on that thing. Please don't be a hero. FC, call the FBI. Dude, these things are tough.
These four you have to take together. They're a gang.
Dude, yeah. Tough looking. Tough.
Hey, your wife's pretty hot.
When's the bald guy leaving? When's the bald guy go to work, Toots? Hey, sugar tits.
You wake up, he's got a wife beater on cooking eggs.
No, that's terrible. Because, a lot of these fucking bozos
Man, they're tough looking.
A lot of these bozos out there adopted dogs over the pandemic. Now they're giving them all back. How do you do that? Give a puppy dog back.
I don't know.
That's it. Katrina, I would have died right there with my little Daisy dude. There's no fucking way. Giving up my dog.
That and you can't swim. He would have been hemmed up. And don't leave me, dog.
Might need.
You're getting mad at the
She's
dog.
getting on the bus. I never went to the Globetrotters.
Okay.
Never a Foley family event.
Do
Wanted to.
you have any other questions?
Yeah, I got plenty.
All right, well, let's break them out.
Got
This
plenty
is the
of
writer's
things.
room.
We're having a nice time here. We're fucking goofing around. We're
I
talking.
know.
Have you ever bought anything from an AutoZone or a Pep Boys?
Yeah, of course, dude.
All right.
I've had a car before. I mean, it's...
Dude, you sniped on the road. There was a restaurant or something that used to be an AutoZone, and Kippy sniped it from the car.
No,
It was like a hot dog shop.
It was something that used to be a Jiffy Lube or something. Yeah. That's my favorite thing. There's a bank over on by Washington Square Park that was for sure a Wendy's. It had I think we talked about it, had the glass overhang, like the bubble that you would sit in, the atrium. Yeah, and you're sitting there waiting for a car loan now. I'm like, dude, this is get me a fucking Frosty and a JBC.
That chili machine's still on. Have you ever smoked with gloves on?
Yes, that's a specific question.
Okay.
Trash.
Follow up. Have you ever bought converting mittens that convert into fingerless gloves purely to be able to smoke?
We had them for snowboarding, for like, so you didn't have to like, so you could buckle your straps and stuff like that without the you know. But I definitely benefited from the Bernies with that. But I bought it. There was another function. I didn't buy it just for smoking.
Never had knuckle gloves. Never understood them. Don't get it. Moving on.
I got one. Have you ever worn a Kangol hat?
Unironically,
I mean, not for like worn it, like you were wearing it.
I had one, but it wasn't like wasn't the one that the guy in like Digital Underground wore.
Like
It wasn't like a proper. It was a Kangol brand, but it was more like a cabbie hat.
Those are just as bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Kangol not good?
No, unless you're a break dancer in the 90s.
I mean, they were pretty hot back then. He looked pretty cool doing the Humpty dance with that thing on.
Yeah, I'm saying.
I feel like folks gonna be like, look, I wore a Kangol hat, but in my defense, I was going to a party as Samuel L. Jackson. Yes, I was in blackface.
Have you ever worn like a proper cabbie hat, like a newsy hat? I wore them as like an 8-year-old. I bought one and wore it, and I remember my mom was like,
one.
"Yeah." My mom was like, "You want what? A Jeff cap?" Like I had like a brown Jeff, like my pop has. I might bring those back now that I'm thinking about it. That's such a tough old Irish thing to. Every balding fat Irish guy goes to the Jeff cap.
But you know who looks nice? And the ones that are like oversized, like the big ones, like in shape people look good in those every once in a while when
The
they
big
wear
ones. I don't know the big
The
ones.
ones that are like, they're almost like reruns hats. Like remember what Rerun wore and What's Happening? They're a little bit like bigger.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's a little bit more to them. I would like to start wearing a hat too. But
I
it's
think
a
if you
tough
start
look
wearing
on
a hat,
fat
that
guy.
allows me to start wearing a hat and cover my receding hairline. So let's normalize hats. Here on
I can't be sitting with you with a cabbie hat on.
What do you do? What do you say? Huh?
Yeah, it's too much.
No,
of
I'm
a
not going
tough
to do
look.
it. Yeah, never.
Listen here, Governor. You leave your butter on the cabinet or in the fridge, huh?
That was a tough. Aren't you Scottish too? You lived in Scotland. That was the best you could get out of that.
Well, it was an English accent, not a Scottish accent. My
You
Scottish
sound like a
accent,
drunk Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
my Scottish accent, like my Rolling Globe, naturally gifted.
Oh,
Have you ever personally?
I hate him, Foley. I hate him.
Have you ever personally met? Have you ever personally met
Sure.
a professional sports mascot? Sub question: have you ever personally met a semi-professional sports mascot?
I've met the Philly Fanatic and I think Swoop at a wedding.
Swoop would be who?
Eagles. Swoop.
Ooh,
There it
I
is.
didn't know that.
Yeah. He was at a wedding I was at, I believe. The Fanatic, I actually met.
He was the one getting married.
He was the best man,
He
actually.
was a +1. It was the San Diego Chickens wedding. Come on. We're having a good time. Toby! I'm killing over here. Where are you?
Sorry, I got a real text. My bad.
You okay?
All good.
Good.
Was it the manager of the San Diego Chickens, the AHL team? Yeah. I also one of my
Fanatic's
claims,
a little different.
one of my claims to fame is I met the Fanatic outside of the costume.
The guy who plays the Fanatic?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
Yeah. I met him. My dad was working on the vet.
Fully, there's a guy in there.
What?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
My dad was working on the vet.
Uh-huh.
And that was when he would take us, like I was in the summer or whatever, I don't know. And I went, me and my brother went, and we were hanging out in the vet. Like my dad had like a job meeting.
Just running around on the field?
Yeah, not on the field, but just like we were in the stand, like whatever, just like fucking, just waiting in the vet.
This is real specific, but few people know how hot that AstroTurf got in like August. And I'm one of them.
Yeah.
That was like the Coliseum of death. Veteran Stadium.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's huge. I should bring in the piece of the vet for here.
Okay.
Okay, I guess you didn't like that idea. Sorry.
Good thing this is the writer's room. Spitballing ideas. There's no
But he
bad
pulled
ideas.
up on his quad. Because remember, he used to drive like a quad around the field. He pulled
What
up,
do I?
and his head was like he had the costume on the back of the quad or whatever. And my dad was
Like a company car?
What?
Like he was going home?
Yeah. No, he was in the. We were in the stadium.
You ever see that fucking ATV he's got? That thing's killer.
Yeah, it's like a fucking.
I only make $12,500 a year, but I get to take the ATV with me.
I get to take the golf cart home.
Those guys make cash.
Yeah.
No, they do.
Excuse me while I do some Googling.
Go right ahead. My buddy was the Houston Rocket. They make over 6 figures. Easy.
Yes. Your buddy was the Houston Rocket.
Yeah, whatever that mascot is.
Well, don't you think you would know it if it was your buddy?
I mean,
I'm finding. I asked one follow-up question.
I went to high school with him. I don't know what the fuck did anybody. I didn't even know Swoop. That was Swoop's name. I just thought it was the Eagle.
But yeah, we met him, and that was like a big clip. I was like, I thought I was so cool because I'm like, I know the guy behind him, man. You guys know him? I know Steve or whatever, you know.
Nah, Steve can fucking suck a dick. I want to meet the Fanatic.
Fanatic don't talk.
I technically met the Fanatic, and I believe I might have mentioned this either on a Hard Feelings or early AYG.
Yeah.
There was an event in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
I'm listening.
It was some kind of, it was basically like a street fair they did every year. I can't remember what the reasoning for it was, but it was held in Public Square, which is an actual square.
Oh, you don't say. I thought it was a circle.
Downtown. Well, it might be in downtown Wilkes-Barre. And we went there. You know, you get a fresh lemonade, you get a corn on the cob, your mom walks around, you meet up with your aunt, you're fucking
Sure.
dying. It's like 100 degrees.
Yeah, you want to hit
tired.
you want to go play in a sprinkle, call it a day.
Yeah. And it was probably one of the greatest times of my life, one of the greatest moments of my life.
Okay.
We're driving, we're in a Ford Matador. Okay, it was my grandfather's car that we got when he passed away.
Uh-huh.
It's an old schooler. We're at a traffic light.
Mhm.
She's bitching, looking for parking. Like, we're never going to find. All of a sudden, Spread Eagle on the front of my mom's car is the Philly Fanatic.
Wait, Spread Eagle.
He jumped up and he fucking laid on our car.
I was picturing his asshole. That's the only time you think Spread Eagle. You think of a girl fucking Spread Eagle. I'm not thinking of arms. You think legs.
Hey, you like this, honey?
Yeah.
No, he fucking Spread Eagle on the car. And, dude, me and my brother were like, ah, dude.
Wait, for a joke? or
Yeah,
what?
it's a joke. He just
Okay.
jumped up and jumped on the car and then did the little thing with his.
Mhm.
Oh, we fuck.
There's probably multiple of them guys.
No,
Yeah.
it was the real one.
No.
Yes, it was.
No.
They're not paying for all them costumes.
You think the actual Philly Fanatics are going to go up to fucking Wilkes-Barre, PA to, the public circle?
I think so.
Yes.
No.
Thank you, Toby.
No way.
Yeah, they get paid like $600 an appearance. I got the fucking numbers in front of me.
Go ahead.
Listen to this. Who you think's pulling in the heavy bike check?
As mascot?
Or
Yeah.
sport? Or what do you ask?
Mascot.
Like
Okay,
a single mascot?
Yeah,
what sport is it?
basketball.
It's probably somebody who can dunk, right? Like the guys that dunk.
That doesn't matter. It's a
But
whole
the Suns,
system.
the Suns always have a guy who can.
If you get this, I will be so impressed.
Give me a hint.
It's a mascot for a basketball team.
What city?
I mean, come on.
It's got.
Is it an animal?
Is it a large? Is it a large market?
Yes.
So it's the Lakers.
No.
It's the Knicks.
I'll say this. It's not a coastal team. How about that?
Oh, Chicago Bulls.
Benny the Bull makes bank $225,000 a year estimated income.
I was right?
No. This makes
Fucking
this
cunt.
person makes this mascot makes more than double that.
What? It's a large market, though.
What if you said it? Would we know? We're like, oh, obviously.
I honestly don't know.
The Mavericks.
We're too busy fucking standing on soccer balls. You don't know sports. Not the Mavs.
It's not Chicago. It's not New York. It's not. Is it Philly?
Not this is a coast.
It's non-coast.
Phoenix and Phoenix. No.
Houston Rockets.
No.
Huh.
Denver Nuggets.
Denver
What's that, a
Nuggets.
prospector
Denver
or
Nuggets
something?
Rocky estimated pay $625,000.
That's what I'm talking
A year.
about.
Did they say how he gets that? What's he
Digging
got?
for gold.
The highest paid mascot in the professional sports industry is the NBA's Rocky, according to Spall Sapling. The Denver Nuggets mascot makes over 10 times the average salary for a professional sports team mascot, with a salary of $625,000 a year.
How's that possible, man?
I don't know. That motherfucker's rolling
Hooking
though.
in it though, dude.
That's
Damn.
fucking gish.
Yeah.
Right there.
Damn.
That's fucking awesome. Have you ever met a mascot? Back to my question.
No,
Okay.
I feel like I should have though.
So we'll keep that one as a maybe.
Yeah.
So right now, all we really have is, have you ever seen the Harlem Globetrotters?
I think I had a couple. I think
That
I had,
was yours.
that was. But
Smoking with gloves on is pretty good.
I had
Gloves
another
on's
one.
good.
I
But-
thought.
But the mascot, is that trash to have met a mascot?
Yeah, it's fucking trash.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, you're typically
What?
at like some sort
Not
of
for
free.
a fucking juggler,
Yeah,
but for respectable
learned
people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No. I mean, dude, you know how to fucking ride a unicycle.
it's a tough look, man. And I met a
You
mascot.
have to ride that
but
unicycle.
I
to
met,
the
I
park.
met him when he jumped on our car, which is a cool story.
Man, you really
Had
hang
some
on to the
beers with him
glory
afterwards,
days. Huh? Man, you guys go home. Remember when a fanatic jumped on the hood of the Cavalier?
Here's a question.
were the
Holy
good-
days.
They were the good old days, man.
Philly fanatic days.
Iced.
Here's a question. Here's a question.
Sure.
Is it garbage for you or any member of your family to refer to appetizers as starters?
I don't think so. I like it.
I think starters is class.
yeah, I think so.
No, it's not.
You know
It's
what's
garbage.
You know what's real trash is calling them anytizers. That was like a thing. Somebody
Tyson.
tried to do anytizers
Who's
instead of
Tyson, Mike?
like Tyson chicken
Yeah?
instead of appetizers. This was the early 2000s probably.
Like have him anytime?
Anytime, yeah, you can have your anytizers anytime. I really took up on that.
What-
I was
what a-
having mozzarella sticks for breakfast.
the man
Mine are
on,
called anytizers.
the man on TV said, what do they have a stake in? What do they give a shit at
It's just to
restaurants?
move units, not at restaurants. Like you could get the pre-ordered like chicken fit, like the frozen ones that you would have before.
How do we feel about that? Frozen home appetizers.
No,
Never good.
no, you do like this is what we do. We do. My stepdad makes a fucking killer shrimp. Gets a bunch of shrimp, cooks them all. It's all fucking.
That's different. He's making them.
Yeah, but it's an appetizer that goes out before dinner.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm just saying this is what we do.
Really? The big dog, he cooks?
Yeah.
Huh.
He's getting a little wonky in his older age, so he's not allowed to cook the steak anymore. He get to or the chicken. He gives you like a raw bird, and you're like, dude, what are we doing? He's off the meat because he gets expensive cuts of meat, and then he's afraid that he's going to overcook it, and he likes this thing like still mooing. He likes it like cold in the middle.
Yeah.
But everybody else is like, hey, I'm not asking for well done over here. Just give me something that ain't going to kill me. Dude, he'll cook a piece of he'll throw a piece of chicken on a grill for 35 seconds and like pull it off. We're like, nah, you're getting too old, man.
Really?
Um,
Ugh. Raw chicken's tough.
So, but he'll do the shrimp.
Toby shaked his head.
We'll do the shrimp.
Nah, I don't do it either.
We'll do I mean, we're not eating it. We'll do the shrimp, and then another big thing is the bread, like a cut up baguette or whatever, with the oils with the spices in them, like the dipping bread.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying I'm not teaching you what it is. I'm saying we eat it and it's good. Oh yeah, you do that all the time with food. If somebody else mentions a piece of food, oh yeah. Like I'm saying, you don't know what bread is. You clearly know what bread is.
Now, do you call them starters or appetizers at the house?
Appetizer, I feel you order. You order appetizers.
Starters,
I
they're
don't.
trash.
Starters, I would say.
That just sounds fat.
I feel like.
Let me get a starter.
Yeah.
Right?
Let me get the engine going.
Sir, would you like an appetizer? No, I'll take a starter.
I need something to turn this bad boy over. I need a little help getting her cooking.
You got a bowl you can fill with artichoke dip and some
I see
tortilla
what you're
chips.
saying. But I feel like to call appetizers at home is weird. I feel like you order appetizers.
Yeah, who's saying that?
That's what I'm saying. So what would you call it at home? Like you're noshing before, while there's food out while the grill's heating up and you're going to throw the steaks on.
I mean, I don't call it anything.
That's what I'm
There's
okay.
stuff
I'm
out.
asking. There's stuff out.
We're not calling it appetizers.
No,
Maybe we're calling it starters.
that's what I'm saying. I think it's starters at home. Hey, come
Some
out. I'll put the
starters
starters.
out.
I'll put the starters out. We got a couple. Bring some starters. I think no, you're going to say bring some starters. You're not going to say bring some appetizers.
Or bring some nosh. That's a classic mom term.
Yeah, maybe
Where?
your goofball mom saying nosh. My mom has never. My mom don't even know what nosh
Maybe
is.
your mom and the yak woman when they're linking up.
What? Who's
When
the
you're-
yak woman?
He's at circus school. What? We established that he rode a unicycle.
I know, but I
am
don't-
I crazy? Therefore, all circus and carny jokes.
Well, what's yak?
A yak, the yak woman, the woman that looks like a yak.
Okay, I've never heard of that. The bearded lady.
Come on.
Yeah.
She works with
You smell like a yak. Did you say the bearded lady works with the yak?
Yeah.
Yeah, they cover each other's shifts. That's funny.
Thank you.
I have one. Are you related to a pit boss?
No, somebody that works in the casino?
Yeah.
No, my aunt
I
worked.
feel that's bad.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not a good look.
I feel like it's real specific though. You could widen that up and say, "Are you related to anyone who deals at a casino?"
Yeah, but then it's not as funny as pit
I
boss.
feel like
pit
for-
boss is the funny line.
I feel like for some reason, if you're related to a pit boss,
Oh, what are you doing?
if you're related to a pit boss, you're that much more likely to possibly be murdered.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But
Well,
you're
you're making enemies.
You're likely to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yes.
Or he's doing something and they kill everybody in the house.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
Because in the 80s, they were taking out pit bosses. They were fucking hijacking them. They were fucking kidnapping them. They were fucking getting them.
Well, they want you to look the other way so they can scam or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
You got to get them in your pocket.
Let's see. Anyone in your family wear scrubs that doesn't work in the medical profession? That's a tough look. Just some hoochie mama in scrubs.
I'm sure my mom has a old scrub hoodie or like a scrub top that she'll wear when she's painting or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, scrubs come with Tweety Bird slippers.
Yes. Yeah.
And granny underwear. Never worn.
I've
nobody's
seen a couple of ladies in G-strings with them.
Really?
Yeah.
I wore scrubs for a
G-strings?
long time
Why? Oh, at your
because I was.
you weren't in the medical profession.
No, I was not.
Yeah.
I was in the shitting in my pants in the car profession.
And business was good.
I remember I threw a pair of those in the woods. I'm like, the kids that come across and find this are gonna have some questions.
I think there's a mental institution close by.
Ma, somebody murdered a doctor, and then he shit in his pants.
Ma, somebody.
You can't dump those in the woods. You got to throw them in the bay like Dexter, dude.
Somebody pooped a doctor to death. Someone pooped on a doctor so much they killed him.
Oh, he sandwiched his pants. He's probably out there cold and hungry and in need of toilet paper. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And let me tell you something.
Doggy.
Putting on a pair of scrubs is the gateway to putting on 100 pounds.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lazy man's pants. A lazy man's slacks.
Those things are fucking fast and loose.
Yeah, that's a tough fucking
And
look.
those puppies tell no tales. I'll tell you that. It's all in the circle.
Yeah. That's fucking good.
God, I was so unhappy back then. Just think
I don't think you're
from
you're
then
super
to now,
happy
it's
now.
crazy. Ugh, should have
Ooh.
shot myself.
Okay.
Holy days.
Oh man.
Thank God I didn't. I wouldn't have learned about our juggling producer and globe world driver. What's it called?
Rowan Globe.
Rolling globe. No, that's different from the unicycle.
Yeah.
Huh. So it would be 2 wedgies he would get. Not just
Ooh.
I got one.
What do you got?
It's food related.
Yeah.
Shocker.
Shocker.
Let us know which ones you guys like. I'll ask your next favorite guest. Is it garbage at a restaurant to order the appetizers and then ask the server to come back to get the entrees later on?
I, as someone who's worked in the service industry, if they don't offer that, yes. If you ask, hey, can you do that and then come back later, I think that's a little trashy. If they go, hey, I'll go put those in now and then come back, if they offer it, just because it's like, I have an issue with this, like I've said before. Like, I feel when I'm there, I'm working for them, right? Like, I don't want to do anything to jam you up. I would hate for them to go back and be like, oh, the fucking asshole's at table 6. That's like my biggest nightmare. So it's like, when you come over, we're ready. If we're not ready, abort. That's where I'm at. So hey, do you mind putting those in? If I don't know. I don't have the confidence to do it.
Okay.
I don't think it's garbage.
It's actually classy.
I think it's classy. And also, as a server, anytime someone did that, I would be like, these people are going to be drinkers, and this tip's going to be fat because this bill's going to be racked up because they're going to be looking for more booze.
But a lot of times, and this was our problem at Ralph's, because this little fucking prick was a dick about that. We've been eating there for 15 years. It was 5 o'clock. There was nobody in the fucking restaurant. If it's jam-packed on a Friday night and they're trying to turn and burn tables,
That's what I'm saying.
it's something you have to be aware of. But there is a correct answer, and the answer is it's classy if you do this. Everybody sits down. Everybody gets their drink orders. Waiter, what are you going to have to drink? I'm going to have – everyone's gotten their order, gotten their drinks in. I'm going to get a Don Julio margarita on the rocks with salt. And do me a favor. Throw in this.
While
this,
you're
and
doing
this
the drink order.
for the table. Just
That's
to
fine.
kick things
Yes,
off.
that's fine because it's not an extra thing. It's not like it'd be different if they
It's
came
like
in.
our friend Case Rosso with the disco fries.
Yes.
Or the table fries. Just get something started.
Hey,
so you're not sitting there with the bread like a jerk off.
Yeah. Which is a power. I don't know if you heard. My buddy Case Rosso. We go to diners like late night after beers and stuff or after sets, and we'd walk in and he'd go, "Can we get a plate of fries for the table?"
Just
like,
to
right
get things
away.
going.
Just to fucking so like that comes out like before the drinks even get there. And it's just like a good. I'm like, damn, I never thought it's a power move. It's a real nice move. Now you're sitting there, you already got frites going,
We did that at Myrna. Just a couple of mussels, a little bit of fucking tomato
But I
mozzarella.
think-
And you know why Kippy really likes that fries move? Because now he knows that the oil's hot when he orders his little chicken tenders.
Oh, it's already cooking. I already got the fryer later going.
See how golden brown those fries get
Yes.
before you start ordering fried
But
foods.
what you did, I think what you said is the way to do it. I think to me is a no-brainer. I interpreted your first thing as they come over and you go, "Hey, for starters, you already have the drinks." And they come over and go, "Hey, what do you want?" You go, "Oh, let's have the sampler and the calamari. Can you put those in and then come back?" That's insane.
I don't think that's insane, and it depends how many of those appetizers you order. If you want to take your time, if it's a big family thing, the restaurant's not crowded.
Well, yeah, you're stipulating all of these things. I'm operating under the sense of it's Friday night. You're going out to dinner. Yeah, if you're in an empty fucking
Friday
place,
night and Kippy's in the weeds.
spread your fucking legs. You know what I mean? Like, dude, if you go on a Wednesday and there's not that many tables and you're like, yeah, I'm going to fucking juice up this bill, have 3 or 4 extra rounds of fucking drinks, couple of appies, couple of desserts, and fucking whack the guy off real nice, then yeah, of course.
Did you ever talk to your buddy at Ralph's about the experience?
No, I don't talk to him. I mean, again, it was a high school buddy. But like when we would go to his other restaurant, he would hear that we were there and always fucking, that's real classy. He would, I guess he would be like, hey, who are the, he'd ask for the reservations or whatever. And we would never be like, hey, we're going in tonight. He would somehow find it. He would see the name.
Send a little something over.
Yeah, and then he also owned a bar down the street.
It's nice.
And we would go down the street afterwards for drinks. And by the time we got there, word had already traveled. So they go, "Oh, the first round's on us from Ralph."
I can't get
Real
over
classy.
Kippy saying we're going to whack this guy off.
Yeah, of course. Well, what am I going to tip him? Ooh.
I have one if you're not ready.
Yeah, go. I have other ones that I've written recently, but I want to go back to like the bottom of my list from over a year ago to see if there's anything that hasn't popped off.
Is it garbage to refer to regular coffee as real? I'll have real. Decaf or real? Real.
Oh yeah,
That's
cup of
garbage?
coffee. Real?
Real. That's what the Foley's
You a
call it.
truck driver?
Wait, so you would go give me 2 cups
Because
of
my
real?
dad drinks decaf.
Yeah, can we have 2 coffees and 1 decaf for the fucking
No.
Stunads over
He'll
here?
have decaf and I'll have real. That's what they call it, real.
Oh. What if I went over there and they're like, "Hey, Kevin, do you want a cup of coffee?" I go, "Yeah." They go, "Real?" Is that what they would say?
Yeah, real or
Oh,
decaf.
well, I'm not having that. You know what else is trashy? Calling it a cup of Joe. 2 cups of Joe over here? It's like, what are we, fucking tin knockers in the 50s? Give me a cup of coffee, lady.
Yeah, he'll have real coffee. I'll have imaginary soda. See you in a bit.
Yeah. That's fucking no dice. All right, let's see.
Yeah, cup of Joe is no good. Like, are we your private eye? What are
Yeah,
you
that's what I'm
doing?
saying. It's so, like, not fucking, I don't know. It don't do it for me.
Yeah, you have to order like liver and onions if you're calling it a cup of Joe.
Yeah, cup of Joe's like there's no like fun in it. There's no joy. It's like give me a cup of Joe and I'll fucking shove my foot up my ass.
And a rare steak. For
You want to know
breakfast.
the first Are You Garbage question I ever wrote down?
Which is what?
Did you or any member of your family ever lay out in the backyard to get sun but didn't own a pool?
Oh,
That's morphed into something different.
sure.
Have you ever been to a cookout where there wasn't a pool? That's a tough look.
Yeah, I've done it for sure.
You know what you're doing you know what you're laying on if you're doing that? You remember the old metal framed like lounge chairs with the plastic? They were like bright, they'd be like neon
yeah,
pink.
they fold out into like three.
Yeah.
They fold it into the
What
middle.
you're referring to
Is a whoreboard.
is a Chinese death trap
because
because that's exactly what they were. They were either going to burn you, pinch you, scratch you, cut you, or maul you.
yeah, the 80s were a different time with that.
Those
I
things.
just imagine Foley with one leg through the thing like
Oh,
a bear in a bear
yeah.
trap.
That was
Oh,
the worst.
yeah, dragging that thing around the yard.
Your parents are sitting on the deck. We're gonna have to put them down.
Oh, those things suck.
Yeah.
But they looked real classy. When you put a hot chick in one of those,
Oh,
a
if you
boy-
put Wendy Peppercorn on that thing, good night.
boy, yo, 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 yoing.
My first one is ever worn pants that zip into shorts.
No, I don't even know what that is. Pants that zipped into shorts.
Use your brain. What do you think they are?
They went around?
Yeah, you've never seen them. Dude. Well, my mom told me the first time they went away to Jamaica or something, and my mom's like, he got on the plane wearing pants, walked to the bathroom before they landed, unzipped them into shorts, and then came back and was like, let's go to the beach. And my mom was like, what in the
This
fuck?
guy's ready for the bar. He's ready for happy hour.
My mom was like, what? What the fuck happened to the bottom of your pants?
He just cut him.
No, they zip. Just put them in his cargo pants, some cargo pockets, and fucking called it a day.
That was, those kind of pants were a little too risque for the Foleys. We would only go so far as the Adidas tearaways.
Oh, I never trusted them. I thought they were gonna get called on the door, and my little schmeckle would be hanging out. No way did the Ryans trust a set of breakaways.
I tell you what, man, if your boys knew you didn't have shorts on underneath
Oh,
them,
that was a bad
you
look.
were exposed.
Oh, bad.
It was
look.
a tough look. No, we only wore them for basketball, for athletics.
Those things.
I don't know how it is now with kids now, what type of bullying is going on,
Mm-hmm.
but the threat of getting pantsed was real and
Oh, dude,
frightening.
I was wearing a belt as like a 5-year-old. I was like, no fucking way am I rolling the dice with these animals. You fucking...
This guy's wearing suspenders with shorts.
Yeah. You're going to have to back up with a bathing suit. I'm like, you're going to have the whole fucking grade to come get these things off me. These things are fucking tight.
Oh, that's a tough look, man. Little stinger sticking out.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Pantsing was big. Getting pants was always tough. The other move in junior or elementary school was someone kneeling behind you and then pushing you. Oh, dude.
Tabletopping.
Oh, man.
It's not what we called it.
You felt like you got hit by a fucking Ford F-150 when you, that was a tough
The
look.
laughter always hurt more. The
Man.
laughter always hurt more.
That
was a rite of passage, though. Getting fucking pants. That's a stop look.
you're a sex offender now.
This isn't a question, but I saw the most garbage thing I've seen maybe in the last year,
Lots of
2
dust.
days ago. So it was raining here in New York, pouring rain.
Yeah.
Walking down the street.
I know exactly what he's going to say.
I guarantee you do not.
Guess. Hold on. Guess.
Somebody was wearing a trash bag as a raincoat or had a plastic bag over their head.
Nah, that's a move. That's a desperation move. It is garbage. It's literal garbage, but no. Pouring rain, a guy standing on the sidewalk, metal spoon, full thing of Breyer's chocolate ice cream, just eating ice cream in the pouring fucking rain.
Yikes.
The one thing I don't want in my ice cream is water. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, yeah, that fucking ruins it.
Yikes.
It was nuts, and he looked like a put together guy.
Jesus. Brady's like, fuck it.
All right, let's
what-
do one more each. And I think we got to go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, these are old.
Just pick one.
We've discussed this. This one made it, but it was the second one I ever wrote down. What kind of heat did you have as a kid? We've talked about this.
Regular. You had those pellets or something. I just had heat.
No, we had legit coal when we lived in Wilkes-Barre. It was a coal stove that heated our entire home, and this thing would get cooking.
But
we had to go out. They would
like a locomotive.
Yeah, every fall they would dump a fucking huge thing of coal in our driveway. Oh. We would go out and me and my brother on a Sunday, it'd take us like 8 hours, shovel it, throw it into the coal bin, and then when it got real cold, my dad would start the fire, and we would have to, like, before school, we'd have to go out and get the coal, bring it into the coal thing, pour it into the thing.
You grew up in like the 1830s.
No, man, it was the fucking 80s. Coal stove was
coal in the boondocks. They weren't doing that in Bucks County, I'll tell you that much. Not in the 80s.
Went panning for gold to pay for the groceries.
Yeah. Dude, no.
Yeah, coal stove. Kept it nice and hot in there. But let me tell you something.
You know what else works? Regular fucking heat.
Well, they didn't want to pay for it.
The heat I had worked just as well. And I didn't have to I wasn't doing child labor.
I would have to assume, like, because my parents, they have a nice home now. They have a nice HVAC system, central air, central heat. But she just doesn't like to pay the expensive bill in the winter, so they use the wood pellet stove downstairs in our fireplace. She has a wood-burning stove. Right, but I would have to assume that at the end of the year, if you ran one all year and one all year, they would come out to around about the same.
That's what I'm saying.
And you wouldn't be freezing in the upstairs bedroom.
Yeah, that is trash. I mean, like, but it's not like new technology where they're like, hey, what do we do? Like, we're going to heat this house. It's going to cost $1 million. Like,
the wood pellet is nice, though. It does keep it toasty.
I'm not saying it's not, but at the same time, they can afford, you're saving $100, $200. I don't fucking know. It can't be that much. I mean, you guys got to, I had to move, last time I was down there, you wrote me into moving the fucking pellets for you.
Oh, yeah.
There's a shit ton of pellets. I mean, those things ain't that cheap.
No, 2 pallets.
That's what I'm saying. That's got to be fucking couple hundo.
It was always a tough look because we'd have like this little bit of coal smell on us. But my one buddy was really bad. Like his parents, they used a proper fireplace to heat the house all year, like during the winter. And this dude would come in smelling like fucking Blackjack's barbecue.
Yeah, smelling like a fucking bonfire.
Dude, smelling like hickory.
Yeah,
in the morning.
His hair and shit.
Oh,
yeah.
Want to throw up.
Yeah, but you're running around looking like a fucking chimney sweep covered in coal. Who are you to judge?
You look like
Hello, Governor.
You look like you got caved in a mine shaft. You got your overalls on, your face is all black.
Fucking Elon Musk is sending submarines to pick you up for school.
My mom still does. Again, because like it's that super poor mentality of like I'm not turning the heat. We got a big house, so it's like I'm not turning.
They don't want to turn that heat on to save
But even
their
as
lives.
kids, she would go down there and she would just turn the stove on and open the stove, or open the oven, turn the oven on, open the oven, and let that heat the kitchen, so she didn't have to turn it on in the whole house. And she'll still do that, like a fucking ditzy broad.
It's crazy.
I'm like, Ma, we got the Patreon. I'll fucking ship you a couple of hundo. Plus, they got gauged.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
That just goes to prove, doesn't matter how much money you have,
it's trash.
Garbage is garbage.
Yeah.
And this has been a bonus episode. I think a fun one. We had a good time.
This is a hootenanny.
Hope you guys had a good time.
Let us know what you think of the cues.
Let us know what you think of the cues and anything else you want to know. We're going to have a live stream coming up.
Yeah.
Apologize for the tardiness. We love you guys, and we will see you next time. Peace.